Well, Passion in the Passover, Devo 8. Happy Easter Sunday, HaBikkurim. Happy Easter Sunday, beloved. It's Sunday, the first day of the Jewish week. Rustlings begin to emerge from the settled dust of the Shabbat quiet of yesterday. But today is unique, and most profoundly so. A buzz with fresh excitement and wonder. Today is the dawn of a new everything, and the entire world will never be the same because of it. The star and focal point of this week has been the Lamb, and in line with all biblical and traditional protocol, he has been surveilled, scrutinized, and slaughtered. And with that, the hearts of his disciples and devotees hung rightfully in infamy with him. And for a day, they were forced to stay, incarcerated in their lamenting woe, hearts racked, souls wincing, devastated. But the prophecies did not end in death. It was just the intermission. At this point in the Passover week, things shift from the life of the Lamb to the hint of the harvest. The day after Shabbat is HaBikkurim, or Reshit HaKetzir. Leviticus 23:11 makes it clear that on the day after the Shabbat, the priest is to wave the offering of the first fruits. People have combed their fields for the very best, the buds and blossoms of promise, and brought them to the temple, and there the priests receive the offering as the offerer takes the seed, casts it violently to the ground, stomps on it to the earth, and then in that earthen grave proclaims, "As this is, may the whole harvest be." Truth be told, the whole Passover is a shift of focus from the bondage and helplessness of the past to the limitless horizon of hope in a God who saw, who heard, who knows, and who came down to deliver. And this weekend, all eternity shifts. This morning, at the earliest evidence of dawn, grieving women, desperate for Jesus, crack open the hatchway of their Sabbath pens to hasten the daybreak. Desperation always shows itself so, lunging at the first hint of opportunity. We'll see it here as these women stab through the morning dusk, dragging a man's weight in burial ointment to the tomb of their murdered love, absolutely unaware of what awaits them. It was in the blessing of the bread Jesus spoke 3 days ago, bread up from the earth. Something coming to life at the hinting of a whole harvest of life to come. Well, that's what Jesus had said back in John 12:24 when he said, "Most assuredly I say to you, unless a grain of wheat falls into the ground and dies, it remains alone. But if it dies, it produces much grain." And today is HaBikkurim. Something shoved in the ground has begun to show the harvest to come, and death is overcome. These women will encounter more than an empty tomb, reclining angels, grave clothes, and a folded hanky. They will meet Jesus, very much real, very much alive. And in that moment, all the religious faces, leaders, prognosticators, skeptics, and cynics evaporate to nothingness like shadows in the rising sun. Today they are to meet the first fruits of that new life. And in a moment, with each soul's encounter with Jesus, new life erupts like cedars from the soils of previously undone hearts. Jesus is alive, and he is the first fruits of that new life. Have you, beloved, received the gift of this new life? Today, you too can be a part of this glorious harvest. And if that is you, pray this prayer with me right now. Precious Christ, cross-bearer, sin-payer, guilt vanquisher, grave conqueror, I come to you today, desperate for the life only you can give. I believe you carried my cross of iniquities, my filth, my reproach, laid the sentence of my guilt upon your body, and had it beat to death there. And at the grave, you took my shame and left it there. And now, as the first fruits of new life, you offer me innocence, your amnesty, your lordship, and I say yes. I am yours, Jesus. I am yours In your name, Jesus. Amen. Beloved, happy Easter. And what a blessing it has been to serve you this week in these devotions. If you have prayed this week, do get in touch with us at the following email address. Happy Easter, beloved, and happy new life.